I can talk to her again. God bless. God bless. How are you faring? The sisters and I have been praying since Father Thomas informed us of your father's attack. You were incredibly courageous to run to Dr. Stoltz so quickly, especially when the attacker could have been about. It was instinct. There's no doubt that the Lord gave you the presence of mind in that moment. I lit an extra votive candle in Saint Satia's shrine for each of you this morning. Okay, thank you. Have faith, child. The Lord cares for Klaus, just as he cared for his son. I'll see if I have any psyllium left in the convent. If you blend it with broth or warm wine, it will heat his brain to prevent infection. Thank you. The church is oh, I guess it's a typo. Is the body of Christ Magdalene. We are all one community and want to help Klaus before his time. God will turn this for good, no matter what things look like now. He sees beyond time itself, but we are constricted by the present. I have been around long enough to see his fruits even when I thought the devil had burned the fields. Keep faith, Magdalene. Okay, thank you. God bless. Oh, was there a way to leave from there? No. Is it liquitorium? No, laquarium. Liquitorium? Here's the laquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes and even talk to men on occasions. And I'm stuck here, staring at these walls for the rest of my life. It doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. Must seem kind of boring. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. Maybe I should encourage her. She's already here, and I don't really want to be like the person to get someone in trouble. Maybe I can help her see the joys of monastic life again. I don't want to overstep my bounds, though. Are you not happy here? I don't know. My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. Well, nobody should be forced into a life they don't want. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy between our legs or on our backs. It doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even imagine it. Well, we can only do the best we can. Pray that one day it'll be different. Maybe, but we certainly won't ever live to see it. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Yeah, Matilda and Woslav. Well, yeah, them too. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. It's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Oh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside, where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? Snooping. I'm considering joining, actually. Oh, you are? It would be nice to have another new face around here. Don't let me keep you. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. You like being a nun? Oh, yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings no more. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind with the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's, Meridius himself, myself? Oh no. Who? Meridius. Don't tell Mother Francisca, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Meridius. I'm just gonna maybe it's Mauritius. I don't know. It sounds better than Meridius, but conquered Tasting, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. It's a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing. Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? So what'd you do with the book? Oh, well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rathaus mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you. Thank you. God bless. They have an art studio. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. I agree, but that's not the rule of the poor Clares. Mother Francisca considers art a temptation into hedonism. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. You think it's the ghost? Whatever Sister Marie thinks, I don't think spirits can enter holy ground. Besides, what would a ghost need with dried up paints and brushes? Maybe it's trying to send a message. A message? What kind of message? Maybe a warning? Smokey says ghosts come to deliver warnings. Well, I haven't seen any dried paint around the convent, much less any warnings. I don't think it's a ghost, Magdalene. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you want, what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude always talks about you. And you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Oh, there's a scrap that's different? It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. The Mithraeum of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum? That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. This might be from the book that she found. I wonder why it mentioned the Mithraeum. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Oh, well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I understand the appeal of such a small life. It offers its own freedoms from the world, even if I'm not drawn to it. That's true. We aren't bound by the worries and thoughts of the world. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. Oh, God. She doesn't seem to really mind, but at the same time, she doesn't really seem to like it either. Girl, just go. Fuck. Never mind. Oh, she didn't like it that I told them that they left. The sisters have taken, and they love me and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows, maybe it will get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. Okay, thank you. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. Let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. I need to put my leg down. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? Should I just dismiss her, or should I be kind of like, it's not really for me, you know? I mean, they're both rejecting her, but like one seems more like a softer blow than the other one. I'll just say, no, I like my books and stuff, so... I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless. Oh, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? Well, I learned about them. I just wanted to learn the history more. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kearsau was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive? Some of the buildings are intact, but are all terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you find anything to help of help for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. Well, I mean, might still be worth taking a look, though, if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, sister. You're most welcome. God bless. A pet son of Mousefinger. So who's that? Grandson of Mousefinger? Well, that was... I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Kearsau. And that illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing? It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Damn, it's spooky in here. My god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Oh shit. Oh! Oh no, I can't get back up from here. If I climb, it might collapse further. I mean, there's holes everywhere, you know. I'm sure you can find another way. Whoa. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way up to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Oh god. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around, I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? I wonder if there are always this many cats at the Abbey. Perhaps I can ask Wojslav if what he remembers during his time here. Yeah, if I can get out of here. This place is a mess. How sad. Door's stuck. Wow, it's dark in here. Oh, an old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A dance of death? What? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the dance of death, and why? These people look like people from... Oh, these look like people from the town. From here. People who died. That must be the Baron. And that's Otto. Wait, is that... Wait, which one is which? I think that guy... Who the heck is that? Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Wait, which one is which? Is that one Otto and is that one the Baron? And then what the heck is this? What is this bug looking dude? With whatever that is. And who is that? The door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I want to get out of here. When did it start snowing? I should get back to the Wrath House and get to work. Hey, yo, you got a weird squatter living in your library, in your abbey? Hey, Magdalene, came to admire a well-chiseled craftsman at his best. I can't see one. Ouch. I suppose I stepped into that one. Have you come to see the repairs I've been doing then? To tell the truth, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. What's the... Yeah, what seems to be the issue? I assumed I'd hit a snag either when it came to the stone, or the tools, or my lack of artistic skill. But it's more than that, it's like in my head. I can't see the right way. Besides, my dad wants me to help out on the farm more. I want to be there, but Grandpa taught me everything about the craft. He really wanted me to succeed, and I do enjoy the work. It's as if I can talk to the stone, you know? Not literally, but I can see how the lines of tension flow through the rock. I understand how to form one thing from the other, how to create, make something that lasts. Grandma even offered to sponsor an apprenticeship under a master stonemason. Dad will support me either way, but I still feel like I'm pulled. What I'm that also might be a typo. Being pulled in both directions at once, you know. Agnes is offering Kraft a once in a lifetime opportunity. But he seems to like it. He likes working as a stonemason more than a farmer. If you can support your family and it makes you happy, it's the right choice. When you say it, it sounds the most reasonable way, doesn't it? But I still can't get away from the doubts. No one can fully escape their doubts, but don't let that stop you. God, I wish I had your confidence and fortitude. Did you learn all that from Klaus? Christ, this is hard. I don't know what to do. Think you should take the apprenticeship. Fuck! What? What? There's no way. I don't know. I like it here, and I have enough experience from Grandpa to keep going. Besides, if I'm gone, there'll be no one to look after the town's stone. The church's foundation is in serious condition, and who's to say there won't be another flood come spring? Nah, I think I should stay. I'll have to tell Grandma I've made up my mind soon. Not that I could even convince him, because apparently nothing really came up. It's what friends are for. Well, work beckons. Father Thomas asked me to reinforce the walls of the church. To be honest, I'd like to reuse stones from the ruins of the abbey, but Father Thomas forbids it, says it's unseemly. It's just quality stone going to waste. I don't get it. Ugh, I don't really think I want to insult the guy. Whatever. It's still a religious site. As is the church, so it'd only be like stones from one holy building to another. Alright. Stay well. Bye. Okay, bye.